times they have told you, do not come back, I do not want to talk to you. I mean,
The last time I spoke to
where
Mr.
is the respect for them?
The last time I spoke
Where
to
is the
Mr.
respect
Lee,
for
he
them?
said that did not have the time to speak to me at that moment to come back.
Listen to my question. Where is the respect for the individual who tells you, I am not interested in speaking with you?
I deal with a higher power. I'm here doing God's work, and if God wants me to spread the word to them, then I will be back there
why
each and
don't
every
you tell me,
day.
Titus, what happened in your own words?
She was walking towards my yard.
And you knew she'd been there before.
Yes, I politely asked her, can you please leave? Nobody's home. And she kept on walking, and she was like, can I just leave these papers on your door, please? I was like, can you please leave? And she kept on walking up, and my dog is very territorial, so he got scared and bit her leg. So she was screaming and hollering, and she pulled out this little bottle of mace and started spraying on me and my dog.
Coming up on Justice for All.
He doesn't need
Back with the case of Janet Ronder, who is suing Freddie Lee for personal injury and medical expenses.
Your Honor, I did not spray him.
Where were you, sweetie, when she took out the can from her purse?
I was right next to my dog.
Were you trying to take the dog away from her?
Yeah.
Did you ever say to your dog, to Sheldon, bite her?
Never.
Okay. And what else happened?
I got up and I started kicking her in her shin for self-defense
Why did you kick her?
because she sprayed mace in my eyes and I thought she was like a threat.
So did you yell for your mom and dad? What happened next?
I started screaming for my dad.
Was he inside of the house?
Yes.
Okay, so you had just basically told her that they weren't home because you knew that your dad didn't want to talk to her.
Yes.
Okay, so you came out, Mr. Lee, and what happened?
Immediately, I ran and grabbed him up, and she was already like scurrying out, like, you know. We went immediately to the emergency room.
And what about your dog? Did you take him to the vet also
I
at the
took
same
my dog to the vet also.
Okay.
She was definitely in pain.
Okay, all right.
He has asthma also, a little mild case of asthma, so it was like, I was really concerned about that, and they were too. So he was there for a while.
Okay, but your counterclaim is $1,450.
Exactly. The hospital bill for my son, just for the emergency room visit, it was $120. And then the asthma checkup, that was another $60.
Okay, so $180.
And
And you have insurance, and then the vet?
yes, the emergency vet visit, that was $225. And then the skin irritation, the skin was irritated, so they had to treat the dog for the skin irritation, and that was $45.
Geez, Sheldon was more expensive than you. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's total $450, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what's the other $1,000 for?
The other 1,000 is basically for just the pain and suffering, you know, like things are a little different right now with him and the dog.
Okay.
Like for instance, like he's like he doesn't even want to go outside anymore, you know, by itself, you know. It's kind of frustrating. You know, at night also he's like he wants to sleep in the master room with us with the light on. So
Okay.
it's just a hard time right now.
All right. So, but Titus, you understand it was just a very bad misunderstanding. You know, she should have been a little bit more careful knowing that you were around, and maybe she overreacted. You
Yes,
understand?
Your
So
Honor,
it
I
wasn't
did
like
not
she was there.
overreact.
It wasn't like she was there to hurt you or do anything malicious to you. So you shouldn't be afraid to hang out in your front yard. Unfortunately, people sometimes don't think when they're doing things, and they hurt people.
I
Your
mean,
Honor,
I
they're
might
not
have to
being
disagree
careful.
with you on that. Like I say, my neighborhood is just it's not the best neighborhood. You know, it's getting
Oh,
better.
I understand. I
But
just don't
yeah,
want him to
that's-
think that this situation should taint him going out in front of his house and having fun with his dog.
We're working on it. It's going to take
Okay.
a while.
All
you
right,
know?
okay. Now, Ms. Ronder, your claim is $1,423.
That's
Explain what
correct,
that's
Your
for.
Honor. And it's for a doctor fee of $450, skin abrasion treatment from where the dog bit me, which I have pictures.
Okay, go ahead and give me your evidence.
Give me
and,
everything.
and blood testing and medication.
Okay, just for the dog bite. This is all related to the dog bite.
Yes, Your Honor. And also I had to be tested for rabies to make sure the dog didn't have rabies, and we don't know whether the dog was ever tested or given a rabies vaccine.
Well, Ms. Ronder, the gate was closed.
The gate was open.
Was the gate closed, Titus?
Titus said the gate was open,
Was
and
the
it was
gate
open.
closed? or open?
It was slightly open.
Okay, all right, so when there's a gate to somebody, that means it's private property. An owner is responsible for dog bites, with certain exceptions, especially when somebody's trespassing private property. So even if you walked in and the gate was open, this young man told you to leave, that he didn't want to speak to you, that nobody
I
was home.
wasn't there to speak to the young man, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So based on the evidence, I will find that the plaintiff was on the defendant's property without authorization. Therefore, anything that happened there was your responsibility. You assumed the risk. They told you not to go on there. And while the dog bit her, I feel that the dog was defending the property and defending little Titus. So I will deny your claim. On the defendant's counterclaim, however, I do feel that the plaintiff overreacted and was careless in spraying mace, especially to a small 6-pound dog, and you put this young man at jeopardy by spraying mace on him. So based on the evidence, I find you responsible for the damages of young Mr. Lee's injuries, as well as the dog. I will deny your claim, Ms. Ronder, but I will grant the defendant's counterclaim in only $450. Next time somebody tells you, Ms. Ronder, I respectfully have my own faith and way of believing in what I do, respect that.
Your Honor,
Okay,
I will
good luck.
respect what God has me to do.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff is ordered to pay $450.
The judge may have ruled in your favor, but I serve one God, and I will continue to do his will.
Well, you got what you deserve, and I hope you learned your lesson not to trespass in people's property.
Coming up on